And we are not stopping there. Just because he has been released, we have advised him that he needs to sue the state for illegal confinement and also for wasting his time for 41 days, 60 days. He's supposed to have been serving this nation diligently as he has been doing. His liberty had been curtailed every day and every time he had to make a trip to Karo courts to the DCI for them just to try to fish anything on him. And they have tried to fish anything on him, but I can tell from the investigations, because they have been going with him, they have found nothing. And it's shameful that in this day and republic, honorable member of parliament can be paraded like this just to settle political scores. We are not stopping at this, and DPP, we are ready. If you have anything, just bring it on. We'll defend Honorable Mukunji and the rest of the hill. Thank you.
Thank you. So, asante. Oh, well. I think I'll start by quoting Martin Luther King, that the arc of moral universe is long, but it bends towards justice. And I want to first say that this has brought to an end a very trying time of close to 2 months since I stepped foot in this Kahawa law court that is meant for terrorists. I first want to appreciate in a very deep way God, because I'm told I was not even supposed to be brought to Kahawa law court. I was supposed to be killed. And they were unable to kill me, courtesy of a presence of a journalist who was God sent. And that when that did not materialize, they decided to give me the biggest of the offenses that they could get, which is the terrorist charges, with no basis whatsoever. And today I want to thank God that I'm here as a free man, having been told to take my cash bill, to take my belongings, and to actually go on with my life, while the ODPP, even knowing that, still was insisting that he is concluding on some other matters. And I want to thank the courts. I believe in the courts of this country. They have proven themselves. They have shown that we can trust the justice system of our nation. I want to appeal to anybody working in the judiciary to please uphold that part of serving Kenyans that other people are not doing. I also want to, in a very special way, to appreciate mawakili. Mimi nataka kushukuru from the bottom of my heart. Sometimes I listen to arguments, they will not make sense. But the lawyers I have had, and that we have had with the team that I was arrested with, have actually argued our case fairly, rightly, and they are pushed for justice when we could least expect it. I want to appreciate all of them, starting from Senior Counsel Kalonzo Musyoka, Senior Counsel Kibe Mungai, wakili Ndegwa Njiru, wakili Kungu, wakili Ireri, wakili Kiragu, and many lawyers that we have had here. And they argued their case fairly, knowing that these are trumped up charges. There are powers from above that are pushing, but justice has prevailed. I also want to actually thank my family. They have had it very rough. My son at some point asked me whether it's true I'm a terrorist. And I want to actually say that it has been tough, because nobody would expect somebody who who has been brought up like me to actually be called such a big name, a name synonymous with the name we call Osama bin Laden and Al-Shabaab. I want to thank you and appreciate the family for that, my wife and my kids, my father, my mother. They have really been on their knees on this matter. I also want to appreciate in a special way my team and my supporters. The whole of Embu County, when I was arrested, they demanded for justice. And it was categorical and clear that there is nothing else Embu people expected but justice. And they went on their knees. They also went on the streets. The way I fight for them, they fought for me. I want to appreciate and say thank you so much for the fact that today I'm standing here is because of the voices that were raised. The fact that they went in the streets when it was so volatile to go in the street because there was fear being pushed by government through goonism. I want to appreciate them and say thank you. And I want to tell them clearly here that I will fight for them without any fear. Nobody will bring the people of Embu down when Mukunji is still breathing. I want to appreciate everybody, people of goodwill from all over the country that really stood for me. We have had this case for months. I've never been here alone. People from Kisumu, I've seen people from Eldoret, have had young parliamentarians come here, and many people have stood with me. I want to appreciate my political friends, Honorable Gachagua, Honorable the United Opposition. They have also been here to support me, and I want to appreciate. But I have this to say to my political tormentors. First, they need to know that I'm free. I am a free man now. If you're fearing me being free, now you, my friend, you need to run. Because I want to tell you this case was being pushed by my political opponents. They are known. Their names are known. They have pushed for it, saying that we cannot afford to let Mukunji continue with his political rise. They want to bring me down. Now I want to give them 4-1 and tell them very simply that I am back, stronger and ready. And if you think you have actually hurt me, you have actually doubled my energy. And we will not allow bad leadership anywhere. Governor, you are pushing for this case. You are pushing for me to even be bad things to happen for me. I want to tell you clearly that you have not achieved what you wanted. So just know that I'm still around and I'm continuing to serve the people of Embu. I also want to say that when in Bunge, I put it across when we were interrogating Kipchumba Murkomen on why he would prefer charges of terrorism to Kenyans, charges that are supposed to be people who are harming Kenyans, but you're putting them to the people who you are supposed to protect. And I want to correct him. He read the definition of terrorism without finishing the statement, just to favor his argument that you can come here and charge people with terrorism when they are actually in the street asking for justice. My friend Kipchumba Murkomen and your godfather, the President of Kenya, you are not going to misuse the criminal justice system on political opponents. You are not. The courts will not allow you. And it is evident today that the courts will not allow you. But I still want to say that we are misusing Kenyan taxpayer resources to fight battles that are purely political, when Kenya itself is under threat from the neighborhoods, the Jubaland, the Al-Shabaab and the rest. It is very sad that many of the resources that have been used to actually put me to Kahawa, back and forth, arrest even some friends of mine, trying to coin and put in together a case that has no legs. That money would have been used to fight the Jubaland people who are actually taking over Mandera. That money would have been used to protect Kenyans that are actually being mugged in the CBD today as we are speaking. But the government of the day has decided to use and adopt goonism and then protect the goons with the use of police force. We have seen it as early as last Sunday when I was in Bere North campaigning for Dan Kanboi, that a goon can come as close and throw stones to a leader. Peaceful, in front of kids, in front of children, and in front of mothers. I feel like this country requires a renaissance, and I want to, if you have no doubt, if you had any doubt that the president is going home, that he is one term, today is a confirmation that he has to go home because the courts are not playing ball.
One term.
And I want to clearly say that you might succeed in faking yourself to Kenyans. On one side, you say you want to compensate people that have been hurt in the street, courtesy of the police force that you commanded. But on one side, you're saying people who are asking for their right are terrorists. And then you go ahead and try to arrest even the leaders of young people as the chairman of young parliamentarians in parliament. This will not happen. We are going to create noise. We are going to be even louder and ensure that this country knows that it has some people who are sane enough to fight for it. And we are going to fight for it. We are going to continue fighting for it. And last but not least, we want to call upon the president. Stop the corruption that is happening today in the executive. There is a lot of stealing, and you are stealing money that is meant to help Kenyans. We cannot be having SHA with ghost hospitals being paid in billions. But then at the same time, you're here confidently telling us that we trust you, that you are going to transform this nation. That is, hiyo ni kuona Wakenya wajinga sana. Na kuna upungufu wa wajinga Kenya hii. You cannot stop and say you want to introduce an e-procurement system for all ministries, whereas in your state house, you are continuing to actually misuse the resources, printing with over 2 million Kenya shillings every day. But then you are not even using e-procurement, the one that you're pushing on the ministries yourself. Walk the talk. Walk the talk. You are the one who is telling us obey the law, but you are the first one to break it. Then you want us to be quiet. And if we are not quiet, you call us terrorists. We are ready to be terrorists. We cannot continue speaking about corruption when e-citizen, we are losing money in e-citizen. We know you have a part, you are a part of e-citizen. And then you're here telling us these systems are being introduced to fight corruption. You want to monopolize having resources and actually institutionalize in your office the corruption itself. So I want to say that in Parliament, we are going to be even more vocal. We are going to fight for Kenyans. We are going to change this system to ensure that nobody else will go through what Mukunji has gone through for the last 2 months, just because he has a dissenting voice. Asante sana, Mungu awabariki.
Maybe about the Jubaland, and also we have Akina Patrick Osoi, Mosquito, who are their cases are here.
And still on the same, there's also a lot of young people who've been charged with terrorism. So maybe you can just comment on that.
Well, I just want to say very simply that all cases that have been brought here are not for even the people that were looting. It was for real demonstrators. The looters, the goons, were people well sponsored by government in the demonstrations that have happened in this nation. They were coined so that they can be able to actually push a narrative that maandamano are actually not a way of expressing ourselves. And that is the reason why you have seen an increment in thuggery in the CBD. Yeah. You create those goons, you don't have a daily thing to give them, they will now be able to be above the law and continue stealing. So I want to tell Mr. President and your government, stop making this country insecure for Kenyans. And with immediate effect, ODPP, you have been unable to even charge me. It tells you that even the ones that have been charged, there is no case. You need to drop those cases with immediate effect. Stop embarrassing this country. And we are going to push you even in the High Court so that we are able to actually show the people that there is rule of law in this nation. We have a very strong constitution which is defending all of us. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Hiyo nimeweka hapo katikati. Asante sana. Thank you.
Oh my God.